What up YouTube, it's NoChainzz and I am back for another commentary, and we are back for another episode of my Memphis Grizzlies MyGm. And right off the bat, I just want to let you guys know I'm sorry about how long it took for me to come out with this video. I'm just going to let you guys know up front and admit it. The main reason why is because the likes didn't reach the designated point I put in the description. No hate to you guys though. Thank you for everybody that did leave a like, and if you don't leave a like, you just forget sometimes. Go ahead and click that like button before you even start the video just to support me. But anyway though, we saw the All-Star weekend, but some of you guys said that I should get Rudy Gay back in Memphis, so I decided that I would try to do that with Ed Trust. I called him the GM of the Sacramento Kings. He was interested in the Bucks 2015 pick that we got, and they are playing pretty bad. The Kings aren't playing too well either, and we will be sending away Zach Randolph, who's getting up there in age. I didn't want to re-sign him for a few more years, so we go ahead and get Rudy Gay back. So the main reason why I chose Zach Randolph and not Marc Gasol is because Marc Gasol has higher potential and is 2 years younger, and also we have a potential star, Ed Davis, ready to break out. He's been progressing so much over the season so far, and I think he's ready to take on a starter role eventually. However, effective immediately, we will be having Robin Lopez play the 4, another 7-footer to go along with Marc Gasol. I think they'll eat up those boards and play very good defense. And to keep up the fan interest, to give the fans something to look forward to, we go ahead and re-sign Marc Gasol as well for another 3 years. So not only do we get Marc Gasol re-signed, we also trade for a star small forward or potential star small forward with the addition of Rudy Gay, and he will go back to his original team and original number 22 for the Memphis Grizzlies. But I think Michael Conley, Dante Exum, Rudy Gay, Marc Gasol, I think they'll be a solid core for the Memphis Grizzlies for the next few years. I mean, that 4 spot is something that I need to fill, but let me go back to the trade briefly. I just want to explain my reasoning and logic for why I traded for a small forward. You guys know, if you've been paying attention to this series, we don't have a lot of money to spend. We don't have the money to spend on a max contract for a star player in the draft. The small forwards in the draft, they weren't looking too good. A lot of them had D grades as overalls, Fs and everything. So I was like, I don't want to go through the draft. Quincy Pondexter, although he's a decent overall, he doesn't play that well, especially when I'm using him. He's so hard to use for me. But I was also doing some scouting with power forwards as well. There are some power forwards out there that I could go with. That'll be a pretty good option. But not only that, like I mentioned before, Ed Davis is ready to break out. And I say that because he's been progressing very, very quickly over the course of this season. And like I said, right now, I'm going to have Robin Lopez play the 4 alongside Marc Gasol, because we'll have 2 7-footers. And I think they'll be very effective playing defense and eating up those boards, because right now, Ed Davis, he is a little bit undersized, so I don't think he'll be able to replace the production that we got out of Zach Randolph. As you guys saw, Zach Randolph was pretty much putting up a double-double every game that I actually played. But yeah, like I said, Ed Davis, I think eventually he'll emerge as a starter for this team, maybe as soon as next year. We'll see what happens. I may want to move Robin Lopez to the bench before the season is over. We'll have to see how it all goes. But you guys saw the list of players that will be leaving in the free agency due to them not being willing to re-sign, or they're ineligible. But we'll see what happens. We still do have the draft to go through. Like I said before in the updates episode, or the update video, that this series will continue all the way up until the release of 2K15, and then you guys will see a new one probably with the Pelicans. But anyway, let's get into this commentary. We are already facing off against the Sacramento Kings, complete with Zach Randolph. I didn't even mention that at all. I don't know how it's 4 minutes into the video and I still haven't mentioned the fact that we're playing the team we just traded with. So Rudy Gay is going to show his team why they should never have traded him and given him a bigger role with the team. And Zach Randolph is going to try to show us that he's just not some veteran that will be moved around towards the end of his career. And honestly, it's really hard looking at Zach Randolph Randolph in anything other than the Grizzlies uniform at this point. But he looks really weird in the Kings uniform, and he won't be wearing his headband either, so that's weird too. But anyway, there's Rudy Gay attacking the rim, can't get it to go down, gets his own offensive rebound and puts it right back to give the Grizzlies the lead as we are in the second quarter with about a minute left. So we lead by 1. Here's Ramon Sessions taking a 3. It will not go down. Offensive rebound by Cole Aldrich, dished over to Zach Randolph. He will finish over 3 Grizzlies and give his team the lead by 1 point. But with about 10 seconds, we have regained the lead. And here's Ramon Sessions getting blocked by Perry Jones. Quincy Pondexter on the rebound, finds an open Cephalosha and fast break, and he will slam it down. And the Memphis Grizzlies will go into halftime with a lead of 4 points. 51-47 is the score at half. Here's Doris Burke on the side with DeMarcus.
Seem to have a lot of opportunities to score, but have not been able to capitalize as much as usual. Is this something that you've talked to the team about?
That's something I've been preaching on. They're giving us a lot of opportunities, and we got to do something with it. So hopefully we can keep them missing shots and we can get something out of it.
Hopefully they're listening to your sermon, DeMarcus. Thank you. Kevin?
Thank you, Doris. And folks, don't go away after the break. We'll see you right back here for the start of the second half in the third quarter.
All right, guys, you guys heard DeMarcus Cousins. If they want to win this game, they definitely have to start capitalizing on the chances that we are giving them. But I did not even give you guys an update on our record. We are 30-25 and actually hold the 8th seed record right now in the West, and that is definitely not good. We definitely want to move up a little bit, give ourselves a little bit of breathing room. We definitely don't want to just barely squeak in, especially with the talent that we have on the team. But here is Robin Lopez pulling up for the short-range jump shot, and we lead by 12 points right now. Now it is down to 10. The Kings want to try to come back in this game before it gets out of hand. Ramon Sessions will pull up for a jump shot from the free throw line. Rebound by Dante Exum, finds an open Rudy Gay for the very long 2, and that will push our lead back up to 12. Rudy Gay is playing well right now. Although I am not showing his misses, I actually took a lot of shots with this guy to try to fill him out and see what type of scoring ability he did have. And I admit he was missing a lot of shots there in the first half, but there you guys see he knocks down an open 3 to push our lead to 7 points here in the third quarter. And there is, I believe that's Draymond Green knocking down a 3, bringing them to within 3 points. And here's Courtney Lee running the point guard. We also need a backup point guard, as Maurice Spates will foul Ed Davis on the and 1, and Ed Davis will go to the line. He is really tempting me to start him, but I really don't like undersized power forwards. But to be honest, what Ed Davis lacks in height, he makes up for in heart, because he is a feisty player. He will fight on the boards. As you guys see, he did it right there. But we are in the fourth quarter now. We lead by 3 points, and they will knock down a 3 and tie things up with about 8 minutes to go in regulation. But now we lead by 2, 78-76. Draymond Green is going to give this one off to DeMarcus Cousins. He will try to see what he can find on a defensive Marcus All, and nothing doing for him right there. Draymond Green trying to find somebody open, but there McLemore finds an open DeMarcus Cousins, and that was just way too easy for him. But here's Robin Lopez backing down on former Grizzly Zach Randolph, and he will get the hook shot to go down. Zach Randolph not playing too well in his first game versus his former team. But here's Rudy Gay playing very well today, all around getting boards, assists, and points as he gets the tough lay in there. But there's DeMarcus Cousins getting his own rebound and putting it back up. So they're only down by 1 point. Here's McLemore, and we somehow leave Ramon Sessions wide open. Good thing he missed there, but we allow an offensive rebound by Zach Randolph. He puts it back up, misses it, gets his own offensive rebound, and puts the ball back up and gets the points for his team. And we leave Draymond Green wide open from behind the arc, and that will give the Sacramento Kings the lead, and we tie back up. Here's DMC with the tough basket over the defense, and there is Michael Conley in transition finding an open Rudy Gay, and he will knock down the 3. Actually, his foot was on the line, so they're calling it a 2. And with about a minute left, DeMarcus Cousins cannot handle the ball. It is a tie game in transition. There's Rudy Gay, spin move into the paint, and will lay it in and take the lead for the Memphis Grizzlies. So with 40 seconds left, the Memphis Grizzlies lead by 2. We get a free throw jump shot from DeMarcus Cousins, and he will miss it. Rebound by Rudy Gay. If we get a basket here, I can say the game will pretty much be over. Rudy Gay is going to try to handle this one, going to try to prove himself as a late game leader, and he will dish this one off to Dante Exum, and nothing but net from downtown. That would be the dagger. A few more baskets and free throws were scored, but that was pretty much the dagger. great play by Rudy Gay finding an open Dante Exum. Even a better shot by him. And that is how the game will play out as we play the team that we just traded with. Zach Randolph on his new team, Rudy Gay in his old home, and Rudy Gay will prevail along with the Grizzlies. Like I said, I took a lot of shots with him. That was a terrible field goal percentage. 10 for 24, 7 assists though, 9 rebounds. Dante Exum 20 points, 4 assists, 4 rebounds. He wasn't that efficient either. Nonetheless, this is a solid win, and that puts the Kings one step closer to having a good draft pick, and it puts us one step closer in the playoff race. But I hope you guys enjoyed this commentary. I hope to see you guys in the next one. Don't forget to leave a like to let me know that you guys really do want to see this series, because I haven't been getting that much support lately, but I've been getting views but not that many likes. But I hope you guys enjoyed it, and I'll see you guys in the next one. Later.